The host thanked Rob for coming on the show and began talking about his reality TV journey. Rob had already appeared on 2 seasons of Love Island, so the host wondered what his reaction was when producers invited him to join another show, The Traitors. Rob admitted that it wasn't an immediate yes. In fact, the producers asked him 3 different times. The first 2 times, he turned them down. He explained that reality television can sometimes be dramatic and invasive, and he wasn't sure he wanted to step back into that world again. But by the third invitation, he decided to give it a shot. Despite his hesitation at first, Rob ended up performing incredibly well on the show. Many fans began saying he was one of the best players ever to compete on the Traitors. Rob humbly laughed it off but appreciated the compliment. He said that once he understood the rules of the game, he realized that the Traitors held most of the power. Being chosen as one meant the game was almost yours to lose. The host wondered whether Rob thought he would be good at playing as a faithful instead of a traitor. Rob believed he could handle that role too, explaining that he was good at reading people and sensing when someone was lying or being genuine. The host admitted that he personally would struggle playing the role of a traitor. The guilt alone would probably make him cry, especially toward the end of the game when friendships were on the line. Rob agreed that even though it's a game, emotions definitely get involved. Sometimes the pressure and the lies weigh heavily on you. The host then joked about whether Rob ever had cameras in his room at night while staying in the castle. Rob laughed and said there weren't any cameras there, and that's when he would cry. It was the one private moment he had to let the emotions out. At the same time, he admitted he stayed confident throughout the competition. To help himself stay convincing, he even started lying to himself, pretending in his own mind that he was actually a faithful. In a way, he was method acting his role. Fans of Rob also noticed some of his signature habits returning on the show. One of them was his famous eye roll from Love Island. Rob said he actually tried not to do it on the Traitors, but he failed. It was just a natural reaction he couldn't fully control. Another trademark of Rob's style was his overalls. He wore them often on Love Island, but when he went to film The Traitors, he didn't even pack any. He assumed overalls wouldn't fit the dress code of a mysterious castle setting. However, when he arrived, the production team actually asked where his overalls were. When he told them he didn't bring any, they apparently found a pair somewhere in Scotland so he could wear them again. The conversation then shifted to something much more unusual about Rob, his real-life job. Rob revealed that he works as a snake wrangler. The host was amazed and said he didn't think he had ever met a real snake wrangler before. Rob explained that his fascination with snakes started when he was very young. According to his mother, he caught his first snake when he was only 4 years old. She made a rule that he could only catch snakes if he could correctly identify the species, which forced him to learn about them quickly. To test his knowledge, the host showed Rob pictures of different snakes. Rob confidently identified them one after another: a black rat snake, a false coral tree snake, a reticulated python, a mangrove cat snake, and finally a sunbeam snake. Each time he got the answer correct. He even shared that one of the snakes had bitten him in Costa Rica, causing his hands to swell and giving him a fever due to a mild venom reaction. The host jokingly asked if Rob thought he might gain superpowers after that bite, like becoming Snake Man. Rob laughed and said unfortunately that didn't happen. Impressed by his knowledge, the host finally asked Rob if he would ever do another reality show. Rob said he wouldn't completely rule it out, though he wasn't eager to jump back into that world right away. But when the host mentioned Survivor and joked about Jeff Probst calling him, Rob admitted that he did love that show, so maybe one day. To wrap things up, the host showed a clip from The Traitors. In the scene, Rob is declared the winner of the season. As he celebrates, he admits that the victory comes with mixed emotions. While he won the game, he also had to betray the person he felt closest to during the competition. It was a bittersweet ending, the price of winning a game built on deception. Still, Rausch had played brilliantly and walked away as the champion of the Traitors.